Hi guys, and welcome back to Cooks by Carrie. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, and for today's Foodie Friday video, I'm going to be sharing how to make these delicious mini blueberry oatmeal muffins from sallysbakingaddiction.com. These muffins were truly delicious, and I cannot wait to show you all how to make them. For this recipe, you are going to need some milk, old-fashioned whole rolled oats, all-purpose flour, baking powder, baking soda, ground cinnamon, salt, a little bit of melted and slightly cooled unsalted butter, quite a lot of honey, an egg, some vanilla extract, and blueberries. You can use fresh or frozen. However, if you are going to use frozen blueberries, please check the recipe because there are a few alterations you have to make. Alrighty, those are all the ingredients, so let's get on with the recipe. The first step for this recipe is very crucial. You're not going to want to skip this. What you're going to do is combine your milk and your oats, and you're going to let this sit aside for 20 minutes so the oats puff up and soak up some moisture. You don't want it longer than 20 minutes, but 20 minutes you want to use that full amount of time. If you look at them after that amount of time and they still haven't puffed up or soaked any moisture, give it a stir and you're going to let them rest for 10 more minutes. For me, this took just 20 minutes, like it said. Now, after the 20 minutes has passed, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Now, in a large bowl or container, in my case, because I actually had all my bowls in the dishwasher, so yes, you may make fun of me for using a Tupperware, but it still did work, so that's what I used. I'm whisking the flour, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, and salt together. And you'll notice also my whisk is from my, not stand mixer, my hand mixer, because my other whisk I used in a different recipe, so it was not available to me. So also, by using these materials, you can see, even if you don't have a lot of fancy equipment, you can still make healthy recipes, and yeah. So I'm just whisking around and picking it up and down to make sure that everything is combined. And then I'm going to set it aside. Now in a small bowl, I'm going to whisk together the melted butter, honey, egg, and vanilla extract together until combined. Now you want to be really careful because you are going to see, as I continue mixing, I spill a little bit, and you want to be careful because there is butter, so this is going to stain. Also, this mixture was pretty hard to mix at first because the honey is so thick, but as you keep stirring, it'll end up being a smoother, thinner mixture. So just keep going with it. This recipe also had a pretty, I wouldn't say a strong, but maybe a hint of a honey taste because this is like the main sugar in the recipe. So if you don't like honey, this might not be the recipe for you. But if you do, or if you somewhat like it like me, I thought this recipe was really good. Now I've brought back my large Tupperware filled with flour, and I'm going to mix in the honey mixture all into the flour until completely incorporated. It was a little bit hard for me to do with my Tupperware, so if you're using a similar material or not, just make sure you get all the flour incorporated and you don't want any clumps hidden or anything like that. This did take me a little bit to do, but in the end, it all worked out, so just keep going with it. Now I'm taking my soaked oats in the milk and I'm completely adding the whole mixture into my batter, even leftover milk, and just stirring to combine. The last step for the batter is to add in the blueberries. I did not wash my blueberries just because I thought that when you add extra water, it could just mess with the recipe, so I didn't, but do whatever you feel comfortable with. And I'm just going to mix them all in and just scrape down the sides, make sure everything is combined one last time before I scoop the batter into my pan. Now I'm taking my mini muffin pan. You could also make these regular size, but I went with mini. And I'm taking some coconut oil spray and spraying it all over the pan. You could use Pam or something else, or if you have mini liners or you're making regular muffins, just line the pan. But I'm spraying the pan all over, and then I am taking a paper towel to make sure each little tin only has a little bit of oil in each. Now I'm taking a cookie scoop, so a small, I think this is about 1 tablespoon scoop, and scooping all the muffins in. You want them to be filled to the top. These muffins will not really rise. And I'm just filling in all of my muffins. In total, this made me about 24 mini muffins and 3 regular sized muffins. So probably about 30 mini muffins total. Now these last 2 steps are completely optional, however I highly recommend them. I'm going in and topping each muffin with some of the oats. This gives it a little bit of a crunch on the top, and I highly recommend this. And then in a second, you'll see me go ahead and add some sugar to the top. Preferably you want to use a healthier sugar like coconut sugar, something more natural. However, I didn't have coconut sugar available to me, so I just topped it with a little bit of regular white sugar. Now, as you can see in this clip, my oven was only at 310 degrees. However, I was just like, you know what, I'm still going to put them in. So, you don't want to do what I did. I mean, mine turned out fine, so you might want to do what I did. But what you want to do is at 425 degrees, put your muffins in for 5 minutes, then turn it down to 350 degrees and cook for about 16, 17 minutes, but for mini muffins, it's going to be about 11 to 13 minutes. So, preferably you want to follow the recipe, but if you do what I did, your muffins will still turn out. Now, before I show you the end result of these muffins, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, comment down below what you'd like to see next, and share this video with a friend. I have a goal of 100 subscribers, so if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Alrighty, let me show you the end result of these muffins. These muffins, I think in total took me about 15 minutes, so you're just going to want to watch them probably after 10 minutes or so. You can see I have some full size in the bottom, but we're focusing on my mini muffins. I was pretty happy with them. They were golden brown. They looked really cute. They were really tiny and very cute. I noticed that most of the blueberries sunk to the bottom, but you know, to me that didn't really matter because they still tasted so delicious, and the topping was definitely something that I loved. Alrighty guys, that's it for today's Foodie Friday video. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram at Cooks by Carrie. I post lots of fun photos of the food I cook. Also, please subscribe, like, comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time for a new video. Alrighty, bye guys.